Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Daily Dose. We spawned Guan Yu off hunting for some Daochan shards. And this guy, no joke. He seems to have all the 11 legendaries with him, minus Zhang Fei, but he's got three legendaries that we're versing at the moment, which is quite interesting. I am very grateful for the system that allows us to keep fighting this guy based on our stamina. And we don't have to worry about stamina on this account at all. But wow, he hits hard. Good old Guan Yu. I do like him on my Shu Nation account on Dynasty Heroes. He is a single target beast that gets into quite a pretty, I would say, him and Garneen get into some serious single target rotations if built right on Dynasty Heroes. I don't know if they'd have quite the same level of success on this game though. So you know, shout out for the OGs that still play Dynasty Heroes though. You know what I'm talking about. It's either him or Gunning or that chick that does some phenomenal single target damage. She's actually in Wu Nation as well. But we did manage to get all of the juicy shards. We still can't beat. I want to say I forget what it's called. We're gonna have a look in a second. Did we get anything else? No. Can we do any more? I think I've bought every conceivable one out so far. Yeah, we can't. That's okay. We still can't beat this one. Lunar Charm. It's just frustrates me. I'm too weak. I'm legitimately weak. And I've been like thinking about it for a while now. What direction I'd like to take. Um, Kind of threw me out not having the Zhao Shi in the last event, so kind of threw me a little bit off my game plan, my gains plan, I would call it. I did have a plan, trust me. I'm like, yeah, we're gonna get him to 4 star, then we're gonna work on Dao Chan. Now it's a little bit like, why don't we just start saving for Lu Bu? Lu Bu is probably gonna be my pick of everything. Obviously, my favorite character, plus the fact that he's a warlord. And Dao Chan would be lost without him. So is what it is. As far as God's blessing goes, there's actually some reasonable deals here. I'm not sure if you guys or girls are getting the same level as I am, because apparently it just keeps giving me like mini packs. I think the game's finally figured out that I like to buy mini packs. I don't like to buy the major ones. Or it could just be some sort of combined thing that I'm looking at right now. I feel like this might be a combined thing, but yeah, 50 of these for $79. I honestly probably would pass on that. Not because it's a terrible deal, just because this one for the same price is it would get you some juicy shards, which I feel like are a little bit more valuable than getting the tokens, in my opinion. Just because you're going to be able to advance some characters. So if you didn't know, it costs 30 shards of the legendary variety whoa, outfits. Yes, I haven't bought any dirty outfits yet. I want to, but it only takes 30 shards to go to 1 star. And then it costs 60 shards to go to 2 star of your legendaries, and then it's 100 shards, and then it goes up from there. So, I mean, 70 shards will potentially get you to 1 star. You're going to be a little bit short to go to 2 star, which kind of sucks. It would be nice if it was like a 100 shard package, but I understand. I mean, it's halfway between a hero, technically, a little bit over, because you need 120 for the base copy, and then after that, it costs a little bit less, and then it costs a heck of a lot more to star them up. So, I was thinking, well, should I buy that and just do Dao Chan? Yeah, maybe it's going to take me a little bit longer to farm some of these shards out, but we do have some contingency plans here, meaning we can start buying these ones out per day, just to get the 3 shards guaranteed Personally, I'm a little bit hesitant to do that because I'm a dirty skin collector. I want to get my legendary and epic transformations. Um, I'm a little bit far off it though, but if I did have a choice, I guess, I mean, Dongjiao's not too terrible. Dongjiao's not terrible. If you're going to pick one though, Sun Quan is the best for trials because of the stun chance. But yeah, I don't know. I'm torn between that because when you have the opportunity to spend a little bit of money, you don't necessarily have to play by the same rules as everybody else, which is it's that sounds a little conceited to say that, but that's also the reality of the game. You have a little bit more flexibility. You don't be stressing as much. So why don't we do some of these? I know these are bugging me, and because I did the baby way just then, trying to compete with the overall index score. I know there's a power score that came up today, which is cool. We'll talk about that maybe tomorrow or thereafter. But yeah, index for these heroes, it's just whenever you hit a legendary hero, you're smashing on index scores. We did get Dank Stash previously to I think rank 7, so that's pretty cool, and we managed to push up our overall index by a little bit. What are we at? 10k, 10.9k. Um, Nothing fancy, but again, like it is what it is, right? You still want to be advancing because the power level, like we went up about 10 million, I think, just from having those minor index accomplished. So you still get some pretty significant boosts by doing that. I wouldn't disregard it at all. What else do we need to do? We need to do some story instance. I have been grinding these levels out slowly but surely, just trying to get some additional gold. And obviously, we want to get to. I feel like it's going to be. Where's my main character? I want to get to 7 star, and it's going to take me a fuck ton of time to do it. Everyone's in the same boat, but unfortunately, that's you just got to keep grinding it out. So I kind of I grin and bear, and I do it like bit by bit, and just be like, yeah, I know it's worth it in the end. Like everybody wants to get to that point. Um, but in terms of this, like extra 30 days. So I think it's been one whole month. So we get some additional bonuses, which is cool. Some more gold and stamina pills, the two of my favorite items in the game. I'm not going to complain about that. If you want to give it to me for free, absolutely. We still need to spend some stamina points a little bit later on. I did buy out the deluxe. I'm not probably going to buy the premium just because when I originally started, it was you couldn't get the Serpent Halberd, but now you can. So a lot of events are dropping it in the currency, and I imagine there's going to be a rebate event soon that's going to give me the shards. That's not to say that it's not good value. It's still I feel like it's still fairly decent value for the gold, the shards, and the weapon tokens that you get. But I think I'm just going to pass on that. I went with this one because I'm more at the stage of the game where I want to do my Vanquisher sets and finish those ones out on all the characters. It's going to take a fuck ton of time and energy to do that, but if you never start anything, you're never going to finish it. That's life lesson number one. Like the channel, if you don't start the Discord, nobody's going to join, and even when you do start the Discord, we've only got 10 faithful followers at the moment that have joined. So, that's just a hint. Subscribe, like, join our Discord. Let's grow the community together. And of course, not to disregard the official Discord. G Arcade, I think, is the actual developer that created this game. So that kind of makes a lot more sense to me now that I look at the whole entirety of the wheel of what we need to do to get to partnership level and then get some codes out and all that sort of stuff. So it is important that you are supporting the channel. Even if you don't watch the videos, just subscribe and watch the ones that you like. It kind of helps us grow as a community. And thank you all for hitting over 400. I don't think I've actually said thank you yet, personally, but it means a lot to us as we grow together. And I'm sure we're going to steamroll into 1,000. If we keep growing like this, we seem to be hitting the hundreds, 100 growth every 6 weeks. We seem to be hitting like 100 easily. So, in terms of growth, we should be We should be on track to hitting 1,000 by the end of July, June, July. If things go the same way, I'm hoping that we encourage some new players to come on board for the beginners guys and checking out the baby account and stuff like that, and watching the growth there and maybe picking up some tips along the way. So yes, please join the community. Let's grow together. In terms of an Annihilation event, I love when I hear in the comment section people are getting the gold axes and exchanging the silver ones. It does make my day because then I'm like, so it's all not for nothing. Because some, like, I mean, the probability rate is double that of a legendary dropping, and I mean, Grey Warden, you need to chill, my friend. You seem to have gotten way too many. That's uncanny. Three golden axes. Who is this dude? I want to find him. Is it possible to find people? Friends. Is he a friend? Yes, he is. Of course he is. He's in Beast, the number one guild of all time. But dude, have you built the Vanquisher? What are you doing? Oh, you want me to be protagonist? All right. Well, um, I don't want to be critical or anything like that, my friend, but Marchow would be way more beneficial using that than your protagonist because Marchow, he's highly dependent on one-shotting the enemy. So, I mean, I'm not an expert of Shoe Nation, but I probably would have gone with Marchow with the Vanquisher set personally. But I mean, hey, you do you. But good, good job. Congratulations. Hopefully, you can start imbuing them as well and going from there. So, shout out to Grey Warden if he watches any of these videos from the Beast Nation. Congratulations. I couldn't believe that 3 in a row. Wow, that's some phenomenal RNG. Um, Anyway, let's do a 10 bomb. Let's see if we manage to get our last copy. It's possible. Please, please. Nah, didn't didn't love us enough. It didn't love us enough. What are we at though? We got 55. What do we need to do for this to get an exchange? Hmm. So how many do I need? I don't want shards. I mean, I could get shards technically because I have them in my bag, but I kind of don't want shards. Where are we looking at? So to get a gold axe, where is my gold axe? Is there anything else here? So 75 silver axes. 75. So we need 20. We need 20 to drop. It is worth it. In my position, it's kind of worth me decking it out. I don't know though. Shops. Because I'm so tempted to spend it on beast equipment as well, just to max out Karkadan's abilities. But I don't know. Let's just do it. Let's do the 30. It's going to cost us 9,000 of these juicy little golds. I wasn't planning on doing this, but spur of the moment. Let's see if we get a gold axe. We got some silvers. Let's do some single draws because why not? You never know. Honestly, I would stop at 75 and just keep saving the currency. Wow, it wants to give me these silver axes. Um yeah, we got two just then. Wow. All right, so we got some we're going to save the orders for next time, maybe just see whether or not that event that confused me last time comes around. Let's what's this? Let's see, can we purchase this? Silver axe to you. Or maybe you can't actually exchange it for a gold axe. Because it won't let me. Alright, so what that means is we basically just have to buy the shards, yeah? We're just gonna have to buy the shards. It would have been so much easier if you just let me grab that. But anyway, shards chest, that's fine. I'm sure I've got some shards in my chest already, which I don't actually. I must have spent them last time this event rolled around for the monthlies. But what do we want to do? Zhao Yu, we want boots. We want boots, sir. We demand that we get some boots. We've got some divine weapons that we're going to do in a second, I guess. We want boots. Boots, boots, boots. Alrighty then. Let's grab this. Let's go. Um, change? Do I need to synthesize this thing? Probably. Where's my gear? No doubt I had to synthesize it. Wouldn't be the first time. Wouldn't be the first time I've scratched my head and said, where the fuck did that disappear to? Um, let's just enhance this. Let's go. Let's grow. Purple. So I think that's the elephant, if I'm not mistaken. Um, I'm gonna probably have to redo this, but of course I can potentially regress the engravings if I need to. I'm generally speaking, it's gonna cost a little bit to go to Tiger. As you can see, the advanced stones, you know, is what it is. It's gonna take a little bit to get to Tiger with the advanced stones, which is not a bad thing. I mean, what do I want to do? Do I want to upgrade any of these guys? Can we upgrade any of these guys? Guys, I think we can. I feel like we might be able to engrave a couple more. Oh, well, actually, we can't. That's quite a lot. 65 to go to Elephant. I think we might pass on that one. Um, I mean, technically, we could upgrade some other things. So let's just jump into it. If you saw the previous video, we did luck out by just doing some random pulls. I don't know. I feel like you only really need 100 of these, like 100 premium currencies and kind of a hundred of the weapon, what are they called? The treasury currencies. Anything over that's kind of a little bit of overkill. I've never come across an event so far that's required me to have a hundred plus. I think 100 was the maximum that I've seen, so I kind of base it on that. Plus, you know, you're kind of hampering some progress by not spending some of your resource. So try to get out of the try to get into. I should say this again. Try to get into the habit of saving, but don't be afraid to spend some of the resources as well. Otherwise, you're gonna have like me. You're gonna have freaking shit tons of stuff that you don't use, and then you're like, oh yeah, it feels good to use them, but after a while, you're like, oh, but that rebate only really needed me to use like 50 of my premium currencies, and I've still got 60 left. You know what I mean? So I do strongly think that you should have a reserve of like 100 premiums and like 100 treasures. But anything over that, you can probably feel safe to spend a little bit of it. And trust me when I say you're going to accrue and acquire a lot of those currencies just by smashing out your story mode. In the Legion, of course, if you go to the shop, you can buy 3 tokens a day. So you're looking at like 90 plus a month, which is pretty good. So yeah, don't be afraid in some instances to spend some of your currency. Of course, I am a slacker when it comes to contribution. I do apologize, Ben. I do make it my business to try to do it every day, but sometimes you just forget because there's not really any incentive to do it. Which I know sounds like it's just an excuse because it is, but honestly, there's not a great deal of incentive to progress because Legion coins are just so easy to get. Um, in terms of being able to get that, I guess silver is something that people are after. But I'm kind of just waiting to see when the next guild event, which I haven't seen in fucking a long time. I would love to see when we can get the new guild event to block around so that we can spend these ones that were saved up. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. 50? 30 again. Jeez. Not great with this accuracy at the moment. But hey, we got these guys to silver. At least we contributed a little bit. Of course, we've got the Discord. We've got siege notifications. Rules. I don't think we have any rules, unfortunately, except for contribute. But that's pretty much it. I don't think there's a great deal that we can look at right now. Maybe we can imbue my my dude though. Let's try and do that. Let's try and imbue this guy. Why not? We do have quite a lot of these, and I've just been buying them from the trial shop, the trial champion shop, whatever you want to call it. Um, just so I can try and maximize this as best I can. And of course, I don't want to engrave you just yet. Let's see if we can imbue these guys. As you can see, it does cost quite a lot to do it. There is a percentage base that says current percentage. So if you're ever curious as to how many you need, like so, let's just do this. So me tapping one. Okay, so it looks like it's two per 1%. That's my take on that just then. So that's okay. So it does increase. What else can we do? Can we imbue you? I think we can. We should be able to get you all the way around one rotation because it's 1% to begin with. So all you need is basically 100 shards. Because of course 1% of 100 is 100 shards. I feel like it increases after a certain point though. So maybe after this one you're gonna need more. We can have a look just out of curiosity. Okay. Now it's going to let me use this. I saw this before. Kind of freaked out a little bit and said, "Oh, did I just use behemoth shards? I hope I didn't." We don't want to do that because the XP is +8. So if we do two shards, it seems to be 1%. So it's kind of like me tapping and then, well, maybe it's more than 1%. It's like 1.5% a shard. That seems to be what it's saying. So if I do one more, yep. Anyway, as you can see, that's something that you can all work on. So don't do this. Don't recycle your equipment. Reset it. So if you're going to select something to reset like this, reset that. You're going to get the resources back, of course, but you're going to get the base shards, which is very important. Of course, you can get some gold as well, but those shards they're going to get fed into. Well, they're basically going to get fed into my hero just there. So he's going to get his boots upgraded yet again. Um, so let's go and imbue 75. Let's see what 75 gets us to. 75, we're almost there. Oh, okay. So nearly a little bit over two quarters. So about 50% almost. So you are going to need quite a lot, I imagine, to get all the way up to the maximum. But that's a project that I feel like everyone's going to work on. Let's refine this guy out to level 35 if we can. Just keep hitting this quick refine. This really doesn't give you too much of a power bonus, I would say, but it does give you some stats, which is pretty cool. Plus HP. It's always a nice stat to have. Can never have enough HP in this game. Hey, we did manage to get over the 600, which is nice. Um, that's pretty cool. And of course, we've got all these achievements. Refine heroes equipment plus 12, which is also a nice additional one. But I think we'll leave it there. As you can see, there's not too much going on at the moment. I don't think my dude's got any other rebates going on. Um, I do need to do the treasure hunt. I did indicate that I was going to do that in a separate video. Um, but now that we are here, let's talk a little bit about the treasure hunts. Hmm. What do I need to enhance you, my friend? I want to refine you. I need 4 of the Great Peace, and I need 4 more copies of the General Seal. Um, hmm. Let's pull these ones out. That's not what I want to pull out. Let's pull these ones out. Hey, we got the Prime Minister Seal. That's nice. That's sexy. What else can we get? We can't really get anything else. So we need 4 of you. And I think we need General Seal, we need 4 of you as well. And we're just going to jump straight into, where are we? Arcade, Treasury. So in the treasury, of course, I feel like it's a little bit self-explanatory. Depending on what stage or aspect of the game you're at, you're going to get XP, which is the little fishies, and always say XP above it. Then you're going to start out with your purple seals and your purple books. Eventually, most people will be able to get a lot of this just from doing your dailies and doing activities and pulling out your little out of the bag. Generally, the drop rate of actually getting the epics is pretty low, so you're going to get a lot of the rares. But basically, you're going to be building these each day. So if you go into it and you try to farm the individual side of things, it's going to give you a top bar here that says quite likely, meaning that there's a good chance for it to drop, and then likely means it's a really good chance for it to drop. Um, so I mean, this confused the hell out of me. I'm like, why do you even? What does it even matter, right? But it kind of ties into this thing here where it says truce. So truce comes into effect depending on which badge that you use. You won't be searched during this period, which kind of makes me think like, why does it even really matter? I don't quite understand why it matters too much. Uh, what I think it does mean is that you can steal other players' shards that they have acquired, which is very odd to me, but it kind of sounds like you can actually farm other players to get their shards, which is kind of broken when you think about this because that means that you're essentially stealing from other players. um, let's just have a look at the rules real quick. Players can search relic shards other players have. Defeat them for a chance of gaining their relic shards. The probability is subject to both sides' power. A system truce is called during which players can't find each other, but only bots. Players can also use a free pass to call a temporary truce, preventing others from finding them. For all the shards, after all the shards are gathered, you can combine them. I suspected as much, which is weird because then why wouldn't you just hit like why would you not search a person and why wouldn't you just like try to find somebody else? By the way, if you keep refreshing it, you can refresh it every 8 seconds or 9 seconds or whatever it is. But basically, the likely is when you're fighting another player. The quite likely is probably just some random NPC. So that's kind of the difference that I've found. I mean, I knew it subconsciously that's what was going on, but I'm like, I never invested too much into it because, again, like, and these are all fake names, by the way. You can tell immediately they're fake, but I feel like when you search and you manage to find like a purple hero, that's basically another party or another player that you're going to farm. So prior to being able to get the quick search, you're going to have to individually go in here and challenge the hunt themselves times 5. And they have, of course, a probability of quite likely to drop, and they can give you some additional shards as well. So it's interesting, just how long it's going to take you to find this. Basically, it can be the first one. Other times, it can take you 20 attempts. But you're going to be, you're eventually going to be able to synthesize them, so don't worry too much about that. If you do run out of hunt attempts, you can, of course, purchase them. If you're going to buy all 20, it's going to cost you probably about 1,000 gold because they only let me buy 15 then. But I ran out of gold, so I can't buy it, bugger. But I'd like the quick hunt function. It by far is the best invention of the game, kind of like the Behemoth event. You just want to keep hitting quick hunt, quick hunt, quick hunt. Um, and of course, there's that truce mechanism that we talked about or we read just then. So if you have the truce ability, which I'm not even sure how you acquire that, or you can purchase it. Okay, so you need to purchase it with gold. And then you can set how many hours that you want to be in truce. So that basically means that when you do your quick hunt feature, actually when you do your individual hunt feature, um, your name won't pop up. That's pretty much it in a nutshell. There's not really too much to talk about in terms of being able to get this. What I recommend is doing your farming until you can get your 5k a day. As you can see, I've already purchased it. But this is essentially a selection chest, so it is worthwhile farming a little bit out of it. There are some additional rewards, of course, as you progress. You'll be able to grab those. But we're just going to go back to our quick hunt feature here. Let's go. Let's grow. Let's grab everything that we need. I'm probably going to run out of being able to buy these two. It does become quite expensive later on. As you can see. And of course, you're going to get like some experience points that you can keep synthesizing. Let's go. What do we need? We need this guy more than anyone. Which kind of makes me think, is it wiser to keep these in the bag and not pull them out in shard form just in case someone comes and farms you, which would be really bad? That makes me think, is that a strategy? Or do you need to keep constantly running the truce icon so that people can't farm you? Um, hmm. Food for thought, I think. Food for thought. We're going to use that. We're just going to keep grinding, grinding, grinding. And eventually we'll get them. And one more to go. And we ran out again. All right. Anyway, I think that's pretty much covered that side of things. Um, there wasn't really much of an in-depth analysis on the relic at all, but that's the general premise is you can get your shit stolen, basically. Anyway, I will catch you all in the next one. Hopefully tomorrow brings something exciting, and hopefully you manage to get some golden axes as well, which is fantastic. If you found this enjoyable, of course, hit that like button, but if you want to troll me a little bit, you can hit that dislike button. I don't mind either way. Anyway, we'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.